Len Antonini. Now, Len, a little bit of snow on the streets and all that. I totally forgot that we're doing spring football these days. Like it is, football's a big deal. It's always been a big deal in Regina. How do you break down spring football to people that are listening, kids, athletes? How do we get them in?
Well, the spring football, it's a high school spring football, so it's for the high school kids, grade 9, 10, or 11. You have to be in high school to play it. But more for the players that are, want to play at the next level, like whether they want to play at, be the star on their high school team or move on to the Thunder or the Rams or the, any CIS or junior program. It starts on the 7th of April and it runs for 6 weeks. It's what we do is we usually have about 240 kids come out, and we start on the 7th, go for 4 days. We have a evaluation and a football SAS, what they call a developmental camp. And then on Friday that week, we do a draft of 4 teams and then play 4 games the next 4 weeks.
That's a cool idea. So it's all draft. It's not like these kids are playing from areas or they're all picking their all-star teams. It's a draft. How many years has this been running?
You know what, to be honest with you, I think it's about 12 or 13 years. I can't remember. I started it when I was coaching Team Saskatchewan because we couldn't evaluate the kids. We had trouble evaluating the kids for our U18 program. So we started it, and this football is probably some of the best high school football because we get, the best 230 kids from South Saskatchewan. And then we cut it down to about 160 to 170 kids, with some pretty good coaching and that type of thing. The draft, we actually do the draft on Facebook Live and draft each position. Nice. And the coaches get up. It's a blast. It's a blast. The kids love it. Kids love it.
Lenny, are the coaches the other high school coaches, or are you taking them from different elements to bring them to these kids? Is it the same group they're going to see? How does that all work out with the coaching staff?
Well, the coaching staffs we select them. Like we put it out to a certain group of coaches. We've got Paul Harrison from the Rams has a group of guys that are together. They have Nate Gowdy from Tom Collegiate. He brings in a group of guys, and then Kelly Adams from the city champion Campbell Tartans has a group of guys that he does it, and then Drew Bars from the Riffle Royals. Drew's also one of the U16 or U17 coaches for Football Saskatchewan. So they put the coaching staff together. They watch the guys for 4 days. We bring in a real good group of coaches to run the evaluation camp. We have some of the best Ram coaches and the Thunder coaches and guys that come out. And Ryan Hall puts them all together, and they go for they work out all week. We have a little scrimmage on Thursday night, and then we go to the draft on Friday night. And it's we do it quite a bit like drafts actually go where It works out pretty good. It's a lot of fun.
I'll bet it's pretty entertaining. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Great.
You've been around the game your whole life, and you do an amazing job with what you do. So you said this is about 12 years, and you started it. So when you go back, 15, 20 years, I remember when I played, there was no spring football. Wish there was. That would have been awesome. What has this done for development?
Well, like I say, we try not to interfere with the other sports. We go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and that. But for development, I think that what this really does is it prepares these guys for the U18 program. And I don't know, a lot of people don't follow our U18 program, but the U18 Team Saskatchewan is outstanding. Like we compete every year. Over the last 17 years, we've done great at the U18 level. And the only teams besides Saskatchewan that have won gold in the last 17 years are Ontario and Quebec, and we've won 5 golds or something to that effect and a couple silvers. And so it really prepares these guys, get them back into, football, getting game ready for that tough weekend at the end of June, beginning of July.
Are there any names that have gone through this program that you can throw out? Maybe went on to college, U sport careers?
Yeah, like Picton, Noah Picton.
There we go.
I remember Noah talking about he played 12. He got to play 12 extra high school football games because of the spring league and played with good players that were drafted. Like the best players are playing, and you're playing against the best players. So the best defensive backs, the best receivers, everybody's out there playing it. It makes you a lot better. It improves the game. There's quite a few guys. I don't throw out names. I can barely remember much anymore, but there's lots of kids that we've gone through and even gone on to play in the CFL and stuff. Last year in one of the CFL games, I think there was 6 or 5 players and one coach from RMF that were in that game between BC and Saskatchewan.
That's fantastic.
And that's really not what we're about. But this program is this one is for our elite. We have this spring league program that's for the kids that high school kids that want to go on. Then we have a U16 program at this time too. That's kind of a feeder program for the U18. And it's for kids that want to play at the next level. So they play against the best players, and in the U16 we have a team South Saskatchewan, team North Saskatchewan. We play a Prairie Bowl against Saskatoon Minor Football, Regina Minor Football. A couple games. It's a blast too. That we do that at the end of May, beginning of June, with our U16 program.
So that was my question to you, Lenny. Does this go beyond Regina? Like, does Swift Current, Weyburn, Estevan, Moose Jaw, do they all have these, Saskatoon, or is it just Regina that's got it going?
No, I think some of them have, I think some of them have different levels of. We have players from Weyburn that have signed up. We've had Swift Current guys sign up, Moose Jaw, Swift, Yorkton. If they want to commit to driving in, it's Monday, Tuesday. You practice Monday, Tuesday, play a game Wednesday. So it's a big commitment, but we get lots of guys that, like right now, I was looking at it the other day, and I think we have 5-6 guys from Moose Jaw, and there's 2 or 3 names from Weyburn, other little towns, Lumsden, those guys all come. Yeah, it's open to anybody in southern Saskatchewan that wants to come and try out, as long as you're willing to drive in, and some guys are pretty crazy about it. So
how do people get in if they got an athlete that they want to put in?
Just go to our website at www.reginaminorfootball.ca. You register online. You're not guaranteed to play, but it's like the first camp that we run from the developmental camp is one of the best camps that there is in Regina and Saskatchewan, and I would put it against anywhere in Canada actually, with the coaches that we get out at it and how we do things, with the facility that we have. We're so fortunate, to be able to do the things that we can do.
Right on, Len. All right. You can go to the website and find out more. Thanks for taking some time today and hopping on.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you guys having me.
Right on.
For sure.
See you, Lenny.
Thanks a lot.
Len
I'll see you.
From Regina Minor Football.